I had a really bad anxiety attack in October. It took a big toll on me mentally, and I just didn't do anything at all. Like, I just stopped completely. But I had to pull myself out of it. It is a lot of work to get yourself out of a funk. And so to sit and want to play victim about yourself or be miserable all the time, you have to make something of yourself. Life will pass you by.
Yes.
If you want something out of life, you gotta go for it. It's not gonna be just handed to you, because if I'm waiting, I was waiting for a while for things to happen.
You're listening to the Wealthy Woman Podcast. Thank you for being here, Lashaii.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Of course. I am excited. So for the girls that are into YouTube, I feel like you are, especially with the girls that are into business YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you are an OG.
Yes. I remember those days. I miss those days.
No, me too.
It was like around 2018, I think, 2018, 2019, when I was doing like my business series on YouTube.
Same.
And I really enjoyed the series, because I felt like I was able to show behind the scenes of what it was like, and then also giving tips and things like that, versus it being like just a plain sit down, like okay guys, this is what you do, versus they got to see me in action doing different things. So yeah, I remember that era of my life.
No, and at that time, because I had started doing videos at that time too, and at that time I remember doing anything where you're vlogging, like, you remember it was called the Entrepreneur Vlog or something like that?
Entrepreneur Vlogs, yes. My series, yes.
If anybody that was doing those series, that was like a thing at the time. Like, all the girls wanted to learn how to launch their own beauty brand. And you were doing that, of course. And I was doing that as well. That's what I was vlogging.
I found you from doing
the Beauty Boss.
Stuff. Yes.
So I love that. But at the time, you were doing lashes, right?
Yes. Selling, I had the strip lashes, and then I had like the jewelry accessories as well.
Yes. Okay. So what made you even start? Because when you started, you were actually doing hair, or like.
So I did hair in 2021, I think. I tried doing hair. I did that around like 2020 or 2021. Okay. But with the lashes, I started the lashes. What happened was, and I always tell people, I feel like, not saying it's like a regret of mine, because I mean, everything happens for a reason. But in 2019, I had a lash tech from one of my classmates in school. Her mom did lashes. Okay. And I was going to learn how to do lashes, because she was going to let me work in her suite and I could do lashes. And she was teaching me for free, right? So she told me everything that I was supposed to purchase. So I went and got it. And then I kind of opted out, and I was like, let me return this and go buy some strip lashes, because I said I didn't want to learn anymore. And so I said, let me go ahead and start selling lashes, and I added accessories, because usually people do lashes and hair. When they sell the two, it goes together. So I was trying to be a little different, and so I did accessories, and I found some vendors, one in Miami, some in China for like the custom nameplates and things like that. Yeah. And the regret that I have, probably wish I would have learned how to do the lashes to have a skill versus selling a product.
But selling is a skill.
To a certain extent, yes.
You just have to have something to sell, but selling is a skill.
It is, because not everyone can sell. It's like you can't sell everything. And so I understand that. I think I would like to have had that under my belt, basically, with having to do lashes.
No, that makes sense. Yeah. No, at the time, because I was still living at my parents' house, and you were too.
I was too, yeah.
But you had a whole setup and stuff. Like, you very much were, it was giving like, I'm at my parents, but like my parents have money and I have like extra rooms and stuff. Because you had your bedroom and you had an office.
Yes, we had, because back in Maryland we had basements. Here we don't have basements.
Okay.
So the house that my parents had at first, I think it had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6, 7, 8.
It had 5 bedrooms upstairs, and it had that downstairs bedroom where you saw me always at, and then we still had the basement. So technically had like 6 bedrooms and a basement. So they allowed me to have the kids' playroom. Once the basement got done, they turned the basement in the back to a kids' play area. Yeah. And they let me have that room that you would see where I did everything with my shelves, and I was filming in it. I loved that room.
Yeah, we loved it. Like, I felt like my vlogs looked so raggedy, because I was like, dang.
You needed a room?
I need a room.
You got to work with what you got. I always tell people, make it, do something. Add a plant somewhere, put up some wallpaper. You got to work with what you got.
But you had like, we're not going to get into it. I was just jealous.
I made it work. I made it work when I was just in my bedroom. And then I said, I asked my parents, can I have that other room once the basement's done? And then they gave it to me. So I was grateful.
I love that. Shout out to your parents. No, they're great. Clearly. Yes. But no, so you started documenting. Was that intentional to document the, like, instead of just doing regular YouTube videos, like you documenting your business?
It was intentional because, so what happened was I was doing like makeup and stuff, the everyday girl at first. And I'm not a makeup girly, so I don't know why. I was just trying to see, and I didn't like it.
I tried it too.
I think we all did, sadly. It's okay. Some people, it pushed for some people, it just didn't push for us.
We're just not Jackie Ina, and that's okay.
I love her.
Yeah.
Power to people. What happened? So I actually had a friend. His name was Fred. His name is Fred. And he had told me that I should probably film behind the scenes of what I'm doing. And in my head, I'm like, for what? Because I wasn't a vlogger, so I never understood to vlog it. But I said, you know what? You're right. So I did, and it turned into the entrepreneur series that I was doing, and here I am today. So he power to Fred. What I say about big one to Fred. He was the one that told me that I should get up on YouTube and film my stuff.
Well, shout out to him.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I think even though you weren't really understanding the importance of it, I think that you did a really good job of flowing with it. And it looked like it came natural to you, for real. Because some people, they don't know how to make good vlogs.
You're fine.
So, for everyone watching, I just want y'all to know that...
when she gets upset, she begs.
Okay, so to the wealthy woman community that's used to my show... Y'all know Truffle's always in the back, but today we have some special guests, Mercedes and Chloe. So if you hear some extra noises, it's just the girls and my boy playing, okay?
Well, here's one.
Yeah, here's one. Okay.
We don't need you talking, babes.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, now dismiss. Toodles. Ooh, she
no, that's what I'm saying. Truffle was doing that. He was like,
Gotta go. Thank you, babes. Toodles. See you later.
Okay. Anyway, but no, shout out to Fred though, because you really seemed like a natural at that, and I think a lot of people were modeling their vlogs after you, because I would notice it. Like I would see the girls copying your thumbnails, copying the way you.
I noticed it when people. I only noticed it because back then I wasn't really a consumer, so I didn't see it that much. Like I wasn't sitting there watching other people's videos, but people would send it to me, and I'm like, oh, okay, and it didn't bother me. Only it would bother me when people would try to make it seem like they weren't copying, like even down to my packaging. When I was doing my lashes,
they were.
I do graphic designing, so I designed it myself. So it's like I made the design, and it's like I see another one that looks like mine. It's not like it's a pre-made, no, this is literally how I designed mine. So that's the only time I felt a way about when it came to like, being creative, because I'm a creative person, so I want other people to be creative and, just be true to yourself versus, now granted, I love for people to implement different things that they see other people doing into their daily life, but to a certain extent, it's don't copy. Just try to make it, yours. Yeah. But people gonna do what they want to do, so you gotta let them do their big one. It's okay.
And hey, because that's the thing. We all knew that they were copying you. So at the end of the day, we always know the source, and that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. Because again, I don't mind. I love to give some inspo. But to literally copy the whole thing was crazy.
It is. Yeah. It is crazy. And I think that those people that think no one's going to notice, that's really what blows my mind.
Yeah. Or they try to ignore the questions when people are like, hey, where did you get that design from?
No, they will respond to every other comment, but that one.
Yeah. It's okay.
It's okay. Because you know what? You're still here and you're still doing vlogs.
Yes.
And a lot of them people aren't doing vlogs no more.
Because it's a lot of work. And I don't think people understand that. To keep up and be consistent when it comes to content creation, it's a lot of work.
A lot. I commend you, because even myself, I have fallen off and then got back on, then fallen off and then got back on.
You do a lot yourself. You know what I mean? Like, so it's a lot on our plate, but it's like I said, I enjoy doing it. Yeah. And that's the thing. Some people don't enjoy doing it. They either want to do it because they see other people doing it, or they think like, oh, I'm gonna make so much money. It don't come right away, babes. I'm so sorry. It doesn't.
If they think they're good. Honestly, a lot of the stuff that we have chosen to do, if people get into it for the sake of making money quickly, that's not how it's not going to work.
And you're going to be very depressed and sad when the views and the numbers are not doing what they're supposed to do, or what you think they're going to do.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. No, but I think growing a community is priceless. Like, if you can sit there and do it and put in the groundwork, it is priceless. And you, like I said, you've been doing this for 6 years. Yeah. So how have you actually been disciplined enough to continue doing this? Like, were there times where you felt like, oh, I kind of am over it? Or like, how did you keep going?
Were there times that I felt like I was over it? Not really. I just always like to revamp. I feel like I'm the revamp queen. I'll always just pop up with something new. So if I ever get bored or I feel tired of something, I'll just start over with something else. But it'll still be in the same realm of whatever it was I was doing at first. Okay. No, it was never a time I said, let me just quit altogether. I would take a break. Wow. I believe in taking breaks if need be, not too long, because I think when you take a break, it does affect what you have going on. People will try to tell you, like, take a break. No, if you do, it really will mess it up. So you need to be mentally prepared for when you come back. The audience is probably not going to be the same because, again, we have daily lives. So it's like having a friend or somebody you just meet. They don't have to be your friend. Say you just met somebody and you talk to them for like a whole week or whatever. Mm-hmm. They disappear for a while. You're not thinking about them because, you know, they weren't on your roster the whole time anyway. But it's just like, when it comes to content creation, you need to stay consistent some way, somehow. And I understand like social media and life is whatever you make of it, I feel like. Because it doesn't have to be something bad versus a lot of people, I think it affects their mental a lot where they want to, you know, take on this big role when you don't have to do it like to the maximum, I guess. But social media can be a place where you can get, you know, a lot of things in your head. What's the saying they say? Comparison is the thief of the
joy or something like that. Yeah.
See, I don't know what it is because that's not true to me. Yeah, I just don't let that happen. But if anyone that's watching, you know, that wants to get on social media and things like that, be true to yourself. And if you need to take a break, have one, but be mindful that things can change a little bit down the road. But have a game plan when you come back. Don't just come back like, hey guys, I was gone for. No, you need to pop back out, act like you was working, doing something. Period. We don't have to even know what was wrong. You could have been the saddest person on the planet. We don't have to know. Just come back and be better than what you were before, basically.
No, exactly. Yeah. No, and some of my favorite creators actually do that, like Alea's face.
Yeah.
She'd be like, explain what?
Nothing. It's nothing to explain. Hi. And so this week we're gonna, it's nothing to really, because people also too, like a lot of times people want others to share the bad in life a lot, and I'm like, I understand the reasoning behind it, but sometimes people don't want to dwell on the bad, and then a lot of people like the trauma bond, and I don't like that.
Yeah, no.
That was my mistake I did when I was doing content creation back when I first started. I felt like I was expressing my feelings or sharing things a lot, and it became like a trauma bond thing for people because I wasn't out of that phase just yet. Yes. Versus now I can talk about something and I can give some solutions to help people get through it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
No, that was me with the podcast. I felt like that for a moment. I felt because everyone was liking it, and but like you said, it's a trauma bond.
So they like it because they can feel, they agree with you, but also too, can you give them something to help them up out of that situation? Exactly. Versus we just sitting in the funk and everybody like, oh, you know what?
Oh, that's so
I went
relatable.
through that too. Like, I'm still going through. We need some help. People need help. That's what it is. And sometimes too, like some people don't want help. They want to sit in that misery. Because it is a lot of work to get yourself out of a funk. And I understand. But life is literally what you make of it. And sometimes I don't like saying life is short, but it really can't, because you don't know when your last day is.
You don't know.
And so to sit and want to, play victim about yourself or be miserable all the time, you have to make something of yourself. But it's really hard to get yourself out of a funk. But when it comes to social media, it's a lot of work.
It is. So are there certain habits that you have like to help you stay disciplined?
Yes. So the way like I'll reward myself at the end of the day. So I have like my wants and needs. Mentally in my head as to like, okay, I need to do these things. So I have a list of everything, and then my wants. So my wants will probably be like, maybe I want to go to like a hookah lounge, or I want to have a drink, or I want to sit and watch my TV series. I have to do majority of those needs first in order for me to do the things that I want to do. Because it's like, if I don't do anything and I just go lay down and watch my TV series, nothing wrong with resting. We don't need too many resting days though. But people, I'm just saying, some people like to have a resting day and then it turns into a resting month. Now we didn't skip the whole month.
She went from day to month.
I'm just saying week. It turns into a month because it's just so like you get comfortable.
Yeah.
But the habits, I like to reward myself. So I'll like to do my needs first, and then I'll touch onto my wants. So like I'll do all my editing I need to do in the daytime. And it just feels good too when you get stuff done. So I just feel good, because I feel like if I just go and get myself some crab legs and I do nothing all day, I just feel like, wow, I just got me some crab legs. That's
and me, because I have ADHD, so I'd be like, sometimes I've I'm trying to learn my brain. And so I'll be like, maybe if I reward myself first, I can get that out of my system and then get to, well, because.
Does it work though?
Sometimes. Okay. It depends on what it is.
Okay.
Sometimes. It's almost like feeding your inner child. It's like, that's how I would equate it to. It's like, I just need to get this out of my system.
Got you. Okay, the jitters.
Yes.
Okay.
I need to get it done. And then I can actually focus on what I need to focus on.
Got
but I actually like that better.
Because I rather chill after. So say the reward for you was the crab legs or whatever.
Exactly. No, sometimes that does work though. I'll save it.
After, so you can like lay down after you're done. Versus, okay, let me go get some crab legs. Now I gotta go edit. That's not fun to me. I hate knowing I have to go do something. I'd rather get it done and then go hang out with my friends. Relax. Versus I went out with my friends early. I'm like, dang, I gotta go home and edit this. I gotta do that. That's not fun to me. No. I love to tell people no though. I feel like some people, they don't know how to tell people no. I will tell somebody no in a heartbeat because at the end of the day, my peace of mind, my free time is mine. Like, you know, you gotta take it all in. But also too, if you don't feel like doing something, just don't do it. And people will go do it. And now they be upset. I hate being upset.
No, and that I've been trying to be aware lately because I'll feel myself getting irritated or just overwhelmed with like how much I have to do, or getting irritated because I'm getting pulled in several directions. And then I step back and I say, wait a minute now.
Where am I going? Ooh.
I could just say no.
I love a good no.
I could just say no.
N-O. And then the people that ask why.
Oh my God. No.
And I never understood why
it's a no.
It doesn't matter. Like, I never understood why my parents didn't like when I used to ask them why when they told me no. Now I understand.
Now you understand.
Because why are you asking me why? If I said no is no. You don't need anything else.
And I think they think that, like, if you give them an answer that's not what they deem is, like, sufficient for you to say no, that's going to change something. And it's not. It's just going to make you feel more upset. Right. So just don't even ask me why. But I will sometimes. I'll give a little answer as to why, even if it's. I'll just be honest. I'm tired. I don't want to go.
Just like last night.
I'm
exactly. Tired, babe. I'll see you tomorrow.
It's fine. And we were good.
And some people, they'll get upset, and I get it. Some people, they was probably looking forward to hanging or whatever. Yeah. I get that part, but also too, if someone is not mentally in the in the right space to come hang out or do something, I don't want to drag them or force them to come hang with me. Right. We can go out another time.
Exactly. Right. And I knew I was going to see you today,
which is true, right?
But like you said, like typically my mind would be like, oh, she's here from out of town. Let me like.
I still don't be feeling bad.
It's okay.
I don't feel bad.
Life will go on, and we're gonna keep
having
a virtual relationship.
Because like I said, it's just sometimes you just don't be feeling like it.
You don't, and that's okay.
And it's hard when you're in the social media world too. When it comes to making friends,
that's really a whole other conversation.
That's a book. That is a book, and we need chapters. When it comes to my peace and all the other things like that, I value it. So I like for people to do the same for themselves. Like don't feel like don't overextend yourself for people when it comes to anything. If you're tired, you're tired. If you have things that you need to get it done. Don't lollygag or procrastinate because you'll get overwhelmed when you're trying to do your work or whatever, and then you want to go hang with your friends. You have some content to go edit, babe. Go edit that.
Yeah. Now I know you've talked before about how you've struggled with depression and stuff like that. What was that like? Like when you were trying to come out of it and like
and it's so weird because it's like it never disappears fully. Like it's always a little speck somewhere on your body, and it's a scary feeling when you feel feel yourself going back into that space. But when was because I had a really bad anxiety attack in October. And that has scared me terribly. Yes. Like I stopped because if you remember, I was doing my fitness journey. I was always working out every day. Girl, stop. In October, once I had that, it took a big toll on me mentally, and I just didn't do anything at all. Like I just stopped completely. I didn't work out. I didn't go to my solid. I love me some solid core. I wasn't going, but I had to pull myself out of it. Like I had to tell myself, like the days are like that's why I said the days turn into months when you let it pass. Yes, it turned into months. That's what just happens because you get so comfortable. But when it comes to depression, it's very subjective, and I never like to tell people what they should do or whatever they shouldn't do. But I like to give what I do. So it's like I speak from experience with a lot of things that I do, versus. And I think sometimes that's the thing with people. They don't know that I'm speaking from experience a lot of times because I don't share everything. And which you don't have to share everything. Yeah. But a lot of the times I'm speaking from experience. So I'm just giving my advice based on what I know worked for me or what negative things that I was harboring, how to release certain things. Like going outside for a good walk. it feels good.
Yeah.
Like I'll only keep one AirPod in so I can hear like the outside, the nature.
Oh.
Yeah, I like to have. I'll be scared too. Somebody might run up on me and get me if I have both in. Y'all scare me.
Run up on you.
I'm like, y'all don't hear people running. If somebody ran up on me, oh my gosh, I would have a panic attack. But just going outside, you know, talking on the phone with your friends. If you're not up to it to really be in person with them, that's fine too. But you know, just talking to people. I love journaling. I have so many journals, and I'm really big on telling people to have prompts. So. I'll kind of switch them up weekly sometimes, but like as of lately, my last prompt had said, how did I word it? Either God I am, or which other way did I think that was the main way I was wording it. But yeah, I think it said just God I am. So each line on the page, it would fit. So like, God, I'm coming to you for peace, or however, you know, things like that. I don't know, journaling, it just makes you feel good. Because also too, sometimes you don't want to talk. I really don't like talking sometimes. So it's like being able to write it down, that's still me putting it out there. So when it comes to depression, it's really, it's a nasty thing. Like, it's just so, cause you feel disgusting. And some people are, high functioning
high functioning depression.
And so you will never know. And like, for me, I feel like I can cope with things. I'm not enjoying it, but I can find ways to cope. That's why I said like to reward myself. I love to have a good little glass of wine at night, or I just love to wind down, like decompressing. Oh my gosh, that's the best part of my day, is to just decompress. Because
what does that look like for you to decompress?
What does it look like? For me, decompressing, I'll literally I'll make me something to eat. Like I'll make dinner, and then I'll let the dogs out. So then I'm done with them for the night. They don't gotta talk to me. They ate too. Everybody good.
They don't gotta
talk to me no more. But I really love to do like a nice skincare routine. Like just be slow. Like versus it's not, cause you know, in the morning sometimes you're probably rushing, or you have a lot on your plate, so you're trying to hurry up and get ready. I love to just take things slow, where I'm doing my skincare routine. I'll get to watch my TV series. Like, I love a good TV series. I just finished The Resident. You ever watch that?
No.
Donnie, I'm tired of talking to you. You don't know anything I'm talking about. Oh, my God. But it's a good show. It's a medical show. Okay. So, yeah, that's why I like it. It had like 6 seasons. So I like shows that have a lot of seasons. Yeah. So that I can literally... How can I word it? Have something to do.
Yeah, just like,
Because if it's something like one season or a couple episodes, I'm like, I'm not a movie person. Are you a TV show or a movie person? What are you?
I like both.
Really? Okay.
But if I had to pick TV show.
Yeah, because I have something to look forward. I get so excited when I know I have my TV show to watch.
Yes.
I finished all 6 seasons in like 2 months already. I'm already done. I just finished. I'm so sad about that.
But that's your decompression?
That's my decompression. Having a nice TV series to watch. Yeah. Get up under the cover. I see it.
I like
Dim
that.
The lights. No, yes, I love it.
I feel like as I get older, like that is a reward for me.
To get in the bed and everything. Oh,
to have a slow moment. Ooh, something about it. It's just.
I know. I enjoy it. I love a good decompressing moment. It's quiet. Yes. Because my boyfriend doesn't talk much, so he's just already quiet already. So it's just very peaceful in there. Yeah. TV. I will say though, I get very overstimulated. He likes the TV up loud. Ooh. What volume do you keep your TV on?
Like 12.
That's loud.
Girl,
mine's on 6. I don't need to hear. It's too loud.
But can you hear what's happening?
Yeah. And I got this. What's the thing called? The little subtitles.
I don't need to read. That's too much brain power.
Sometimes, because since I can't hear it I can't hear everything. I miss it sometimes because it's so low. I can read the screen.
Yeah, but that's brain power. You had to read.
That's fine.
Girl,
the shows be good, honey. The 12 volume is loud, babes.
I'm not gonna fool with you.
That's fine.
Anyway,
I won't come over here and watch TV with you.
Okay, period.
That's fine.
Outings only.
That's fine. Turn it up. Turn the music up. That's fine. Ooh, you know what?
What?
I hate.
Not the pet peeves.
We went to brunch earlier. I was so happy because the music wasn't so loud. I could finally hear my thoughts in there, and I was like, "Thank you, God." Houston. They are literally...
Oh, it's always a DJ.
It's a DJ. You got to yell. I'm like, is it not 10 in the morning right now?
Yeah.
It's so loud in here with music. Can we turn it down just a little bit? Even the restaurants that they try to make nice and stuff and turn it into a lounge.
Yeah.
Why is it so loud in here? I can't even hear myself think.
I'm done with you.
I'd be done with them.
Not you acting like an old lady.
I'm sorry. They're going to blow my eardrums. I'm trying to hear for the last couple of years of my life.
If you go to brunch, you're trying to catch a vibe.
The vibe don't got to be that loud. Somebody said
the whisper vibe.
That's fine.
Okay.
Somebody said on Twitter, what did they say about that? They said, I'm tired of them swag surfing over my lamb chops.
No, that. Because you don't know whether to dance or eat.
I'm just trying to eat. My food getting cold. Can we stop with the 2-step for a second? Like, please.
Relax. Can we have like breaks of dancing?
They don't
and then
do that.
And then break.
We live in party cities, babe. It's calm. It's not a calm place.
No, the last time I went for a brunch like that, it was real chaotic. And I was like, wait.
I can't do it.
I can't do it.
I'm sorry. I get overstimulated and I'm ready to go home.
No,
sorry.
Exactly.
Now I'm the party pooper.
I
don't care. I love that title. I don't care. Because no one else going to say it. I'm ready to go home. Because why are we still out at 6 a.m? Let's go home.
No, that.
The after hours.
No, you know what, though?
What?
I be getting anxiety when I don't drive somewhere. When we go out and then I'm not the one driving.
Oh, you don't go where people see. No, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
You can't do that.
Because then you can't leave.
I'll Uber. I'll take an Uber, but it's like, I'd rather have just drove.
But even
home.
then, they'd be like, I should have just drove.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I always drive my car. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. No, same.
Because I'm not playing with y'all.
I'm not finna play.
And then I don't feel like I hate waiting on an Uber. I can just go get my car.
Literally.
I'm leaving. Y'all, bye. See y'all later. Sorry. I love to just drive.
No, exactly. So I know that you have already talked a lot about your own personal development, and how you're always on that journey of like trying to more, and not even just personal development. Like even as you were just talking now, I see a lot of self-reflection. Like you're always trying to be self-aware and tailor your life according to you being self-aware, right? So like, what has that journey been like of you learning yourself, of you growing into the woman that you wanted to be? Because I also know you did a video once about like how you changed your life or you transformed your life.
Yeah.
So like, what has that looked like for you? Because it seems very intentional.
It is, and I would love to say, because it's because of my mom. Like I love my mom. She's very, it's like when anyone that meets her, it's like an aura that she just gives off. And I just love how, not to say independent, just driven that she is, because she gets the job done. So it makes me want to strive to do different things for myself. And it's hard. Life is hard. So
absolutely.
For me, with the journey, I always love to, that's why I journal, so that I can go, I always go back and look at years ago. Like I can go look at my manifestation journal from 2020 or 2019. Like I literally will go, oopsies. I would go back and look at it, but it's just like I've
been hearing people say that all weekend, and now I'm like, that's a sign that I need to start saving my journal. I don't ever save them, no. Well, I lose them. I need to be intentional about putting them in one spot. But continue.
Oh my gosh, you can't. Those are memories. But
I know.
It hurt my heart. But yeah, so I love to, like, when I journal, I like to reflect on the things that I've done in the past. So it's like you kind of, if you want something out of life, you got to go for it. It's not going to be just handed to you. And granted, sometimes it is handed to people, but I don't look for it to be handed to me, because if I'm waiting, I'll be waiting for a while for things to happen. So, I don't like any negative feeling. Like even in my prayer journal, I always ask to be released from any negativity, in a sense of like, depression is a negative feeling. Being tired all the time. Those are just negative feelings. You just feel drowsy or just down. I don't like that feeling. So I always strive to be a better version of myself every day, so that, like I said, life is short. Why not make it what you want it to be?
Absolutely.
That's all it is. You making it whatever you want to be. Every day you wake up, when you create a routine, like your ideal self, what do you see yourself in the future doing? Start implementing those small things.
Yes.
Do what you can. Focus on your controllables, and you'll get far in life, I feel like.
So would you say that those are the key steps? Like, what would be some key steps that somebody could take if they're like watching this and they're like, girl, I feel like my life is a mess.
In shambles?
Yes.
I understand.
And I don't even know where to start.
Literally, I think when it's in shambles, and especially if it's something where someone is in a financial bind, I know they don't want to hear any advice. They just want some money. And I understand.
No,
that you need some money to get started somewhere. I get that. But like I said, the things such as, going for those walks in the morning, if you got to wake up early before you go to work, or if you do it when you get off of work, or whatever schedule you have, going outside, that fresh air will hit you, and you'll start having ideas. So for me, as soon as I go outside, I'm like, okay, as soon as I get in that car, let me go do this. Or when I get home, I want to do this. Because when you're in the house, you're kind of, confined in a small space, and your thoughts are hitting wall to wall, and you're just feeling so overwhelmed. But when you're outside, it's out in the open. So I would say, going out for walks, start implementing that. And that's still exercise. You need that for your body, getting your vitamin D and things like that. And changing your diet. And I know that can be very expensive sometimes because all this healthy stuff is very...
Girl, the grocery store and the prices.
I see, but I go to Sam's Club. Y'all go to Sam's Club.
Yeah, and Trader Joe's has some cheap stuff too. So
right. Yeah. I get it in bulk, so it makes it easier so that you can save. But when you change...
Aldi's.
I haven't been yet. There's one not near me, so I don't ever go.
Oh, it's so cheap.
I know, I see, but I'm going to go. But yeah, changing your diet because all the foods that we eat, it is a reflection of ourselves as well. Like, you'll be sluggish if you eating all the greasy foods. That'd be me sometimes. You just feel down. That was me earlier. I had catfish and all those. It's okay.
Oh, you had some catfish today?
I did. Had fish and
I'm
grits.
jealous. Okay. Oh, you went to Kitchen and Cocktails?
I did.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, changing your diet will really help open you up as well because you'll feel lighter versus eating those heavy foods and it just make you sluggish. And then also journaling. I love to journal. So if anybody just feels like they don't know what to do in life, I say go in your journal, make a prompt. God, I'm coming to you as, or whatever you feel comfortable asking. Right. Ask for clarity. That's what you really need. You need some clarity because you don't know what you want. Yes. You are confused, so you need some clarity to understand. Yeah. So journal, pray. I'll be in my closet.
Come on, prayer closet.
Listen, honey. Mercedes coming there with me. It'd be so funny. Chloe do not care when I go in there crying, right? Mercedes, she come in, look my tears. She likes the saltiness of it. My sweet baby. Chloe said, "Girl, get up." But it's
stand
right.
up, Mom. Stand up.
Like, come on, I'm hungry. Let's get this party started. But yeah, so changing your diet, going outside, journaling, praying, and also to see what your ideal self, like, what do you see for yourself? What do you want to do? And then, like I said, implement those things into your daily routine. Like, if you know, like, you want to have a nice car or whatever, the car you have right now, start taking it to those where you get the little monthly subscription for the car washes. Clean your car more often because since it's the car you don't want, you're treating it like it's crap. That car is getting you to point A and point B. Be grateful for what you have and use what you have. And even with the filming, if you don't have the space that you want, make it the way that you want it in a sense of
do what you can do.
Literally, like I told one babe because she was saying her kitchen wasn't nice. I said, girl, you don't got to show us your kitchen. Get some nice cutting boards, get some nice utensils, and only film at an angle where we're looking at certain things. Yes, you don't need to go buy a whole another kitchen. Or if you wanted to go to the extreme, go rent out Airbnbs and batch your content and get the footage that you're looking for.
Girl, you said so many things I want to touch on. Hold on, which one do I want to touch on? No, but you're right about the Airbnb thing because Jasmine will tell you, when I had lost everything, that whole year, I kept renting out Airbnbs and I would go shoot and I'd be like, okay, y'all, here's the Wealthy Woman podcast.
Hey, so today
we're gonna batch 5 episodes today.
It shows your dedication though, because some people would have just said, well, dang, and just sat on the couch and I did nothing.
No, I am so proud of myself for continuing to do this show in the midst of all of that because my life has gone through so much as I've done this show, but this show has been the one thing that I've held on to that has given me purpose. Yes. And I think that's important.
Yes, having a purpose.
Having a purpose. And even if it's like you're not really sure what it is, you'll feel called to something and stay committed to it. And through that, you'll see the purpose come to the surface. And in this show, I thought initially it was just going to be this fun show that I did with my old co-host. And we were just going to talk about different things and the show has completely transformed, right?
Yes, it has. Yes.
Completely transformed.
That's good, though. It's good for
and it's good.
Reasons.
Yes. Yeah. And it's like, now I'm starting to see the things that God is doing. People literally will DM me and they're like, thank you for continuing to do this show because it has touched even guests that have come on the show will DM me and they'll be like, girl, after that episode I filmed with you, like that changed everything for me in my industry and all these different things. So I'm like, okay, even though I have been going through a lot and I could sit here and focus on all the things I'm going through, I instead took myself out of it and stopped being so centered around my issues. And I allowed myself to like still pour into this thing.
Because they'll beat you up. Your issues, you'll be in the middle and they're just jumping you. You have to get yourself, this is a visual image. You have to get yourself out of it. And it's good that you did that because not everybody can do it. But it's like, I love for, because your journey and your struggles, your testimony, it could be somebody else's pick me up. That's all it really is, So that's why, instead of trauma bonding, you talk about your before and now where you're at now. And then you can tell them, like, hey, this is what I did. This is how you can, do this.
Absolutely.
And now, granted, everything, like I said, is subjective.
And also, I want to make a note about the journal thing because one reason as people have been saying that, like I've been hearing it all weekend. And as people have been saying that, I think what is sticking out to me is because success leaves clues. And so a lot of times, if you have been on a journey of showing up intentionally, you've seen wins, you've had, some successes, and you've had some failures. Yeah. If you're not documenting it, all you have to go off of is your memory.
Is your own.
And so a lot of times we look for success in other people's journey, but you can look for the success in your own journey and find the patterns and find, okay, when I showed up this way, I got this result. So I can get myself out of whatever I'm in at the moment.
He did it before for you. He'll do it again.
Exactly.
You have to want it to get out of that funk.
Oh, absolutely.
It's so disgusting though when you're in it.
Ooh, girl. No, and I think that it's very easy to get into like pity party mode, you know, where you're like, you just want to complain and all that. But I heard somebody yesterday, they were like, they said that complaining, how did they say it? Basically, like complaining is worshiping the devil. That's what they said. Because if praise and gratitude is worshiping God,
I can see that.
And I said,
not that I like to complain.
Let me not ever complain.
We're gonna vent. I'm a vent. Somebody got to hear it. I got to get it off my chest.
It's okay to say like, okay, I'm unsettled with this right now, and this is not good. Today was not the best day. But to sit here and
continuously complain and not do nothing about it is the problem. Yeah, depression is a terrible, terrible thing. But journaling, you gotta keep your journals. You gotta go back and look at everything. I love looking back. Now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be more intentional about making sure. Wow, now I gotta wait till 5 years later to hear you talking about it again.
Shut up.
That's crazy. Because it won't matter because you gotta start now. Oh my gosh, it's gonna take us 5 years.
Girl, I have a long life to live.
I know. I'm just saying, we're going to reflect in 5 years because you have to build it up now.
I get what you're saying.
You threw them away.
You be reflecting and I can't. I get what you're saying. Okay, it's all right. It's all right. I got my vlogs.
Oh, a video. Imagine it just blew up.
Don't say that. Okay. My channel is just fine.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was just saying. But you have the journal. Negativity. The journal is paper. You have it physical copy, but it's all right.
Anyway,
that's fine.
No, but okay, I do want to talk about how you've pivoted though. So you have pivoted from selling lashes, selling jewelry, and then now you are like the content guru, right? That's what you call yourself?
Yes.
Okay, and as you transitioned, I've noticed that your whole audience, they've just like been like, okay, girl. Oh, wait. Actually, no.
What?
Before the content, you did graphic design.
Yeah.
Yes. And then now you're doing the content.
Yeah.
And so everyone has just been like, or it seems like on the outside, it seems like it's just flowing for you. Like it doesn't seem like people have been struggling to get
catch up or whatever. And granted, some fall off just in general. That's with life in general. If someone doesn't align with what you do anymore or you're not interested, they will fall off. That's fine. More people will come, so it's okay. But the reason I think also too, I built my community in a sense of, I talk to my audience like I'm on FaceTime, like with a homegirl. So it was kind of just like all right, y'all, so guess what we're doing now? We're going to switch this up because I wanted to switch this up. So, it's just like you got to set the boundary and set the tone when it comes to you hopping on social media, because how do you want your audience to perceive you in a sense of like, are you a jokester? Like, are they going to take you serious or whatever? I'm not that I'm a serious person, but like I do like to set my boundaries, like, this is who I am or whatever the case is, and I don't let everybody just say anything to me. But I do feel like my audience, they follow me through, because this is my journey. That's what I'm saying. Your journey and your testimony is somebody else's pick me up. So people probably looking at me like, oh, well, she did that, let me try that, whatever the case is, like just pivoting. I love to pivot. I'm the revamp queen. I love to just rebrand yourself
in all areas,
because like you can rebrand yourself every other week if you really wanted to.
No, for real.
I'm not gonna knock it. That's why I work though, but you could do it.
Yeah,
I do it. I enjoy it. I love life. Like life is just, it's like a breath of fresh air. It's like I said, life is literally what you make of it. It's not, because life will grab you up by the ponytail and just drag you across the floor.
For sure.
But I choose to not let it do so. Now sometimes it might get me.
But also like when those transitions have happened, has that been a thing that has felt like it's been intentional, or do you feel like it's just like you've been thrown into transitioning?
I feel like it's intentional, because like with me stopping doing graphics, I feel like it was very overwhelming for me, because that is something I love to do, and I didn't want to allow others to take that joy from me, because I feel like you're in control of your own happiness. So I said, let me close the books Please, because I love graphic designing and I don't want it to be where I dread doing it.
Okay.
So now I just focus on doing content for other businesses, and I'll do graphics for them. Like if I'm already working with you, I'll do your graphics too, but I don't just do, each individual, because a lot of times people don't know what they want. And I'm not the designer for you, babe. And then they get mad.
I hate doing a service.
I get it. It's the whispering. It's dreadful. I love people that know what they, and I get it. Not every time, you don't know what you want. I understand that, but I need you to know what you want or give me some inspo so then I can create it. I'm not a freestyle person, because if I freestyle and you don't like it, now we got to do it all over again.
I've wasted my time.
Oh my goodness. Oh Lord Jesus, I hate it. So no, I said let me close the books and focus on doing content creation, because it was draining doing graphics for so long, and it was like I interacted with so many people, and granted I love the clients that I have, and I still have them as like if they need something they can hit me up, of course. But like it's just really hard, and that's with any service provider. Anybody that offers any service, it comes with some problems.
Yeah,
and I had problems, Lord knows. But I made the best of it. So it was everything I do. I feel like it's intentional, just to see what works for me. That's the best thing, to see what works for me.
So I think like overall, though, you making this transition and it being smooth is because you had the community, you had the audience, and it's not like you were starting from ground zero every time. Yeah. So what would you say is the key to having longevity as a content creator, to where people are supporting you no matter what it is that you're doing?
Just being honest with yourself, because like I said, if something's just not working for me, it's just not working. I'm not going to give them fluff and be like, okay guys, in a sense of lying and saying like, oh well, this happened. No, that ain't work. That's all.
But
that
I mean, like, what has made your audience
want to
still be like, okay, I get it, girl, or I'm gonna stick around?
I think that for being honest about what you're doing, with you being honest with your audience, versus like I say, if you give them fluff, they can read through it. They're gonna be like, yeah, I just don't think you made any money from that. So let me just see if you did something else. But literally, that's really what they're going to see. But just being honest and saying, okay, I want to try this now because that was not that, I didn't like it. And that's all that it is. So being honest, and that's why I said set the tone for how you talk to your audience. And like, you'll build your community that way. And then again, people are going to fall off. That's fine. Just like friendships. You stop being friends with some people because you just don't align anymore. And that's fine. It's natural. But yeah, for anybody that's starting from the ground up, or they're trying to see how to continue to have their audience stay with them, just be you. Don't try to fit in, because we can see it. Especially, some people probably think that you can't see it, but like we can see it because we're watching a whole video that you created. So we're studying that video. We can hear your tone. You can hear that you're sad, or we can see certain things. So just if you're not feeling it, you can say that like, hey y'all, I'm really not feeling it, but I wanted to make a video for y'all today, versus trying to act like everything's fine. Yeah, it's not. And then you're gonna be upset reading those comments, and you see people pointing that out, and like we see you're sad, babe.
We're not slow.
Yeah, we can see it, and we can hear it. It's all right. You want to cry? We can cry together.
No, because that's the thing. People will talk about you right in your comments.
In the comments, yeah.
Be like, I think she looks sad today.
Like, oh, I am. Now I'm crying.
She must have gotten into it with her man. Literally. She must have broke up with her man.
That's the first thing they think. Like, they thought that one time when I had posted, I was doing like my self-love journey. One girl had posted in there. She was like, you don't got to say it. Just charge it to the game, but just know not to move in with a man. I'm like, he's still here. I'm just working on myself. I'm so sorry.
People love to make all kinds of assumptions. It's very interesting.
I'm sorry, I want to work on myself. It's good to work on yourself. You really need to work on yourself. Everybody needs to work on themselves. I'm still working on myself.
And I think too, we're at an you don't have to be a specific age to work on yourself, but you're at an age where it's like, this is the time where you are becoming who you're meant to be.
So if you're wasting your time, you're just lollygagging, life will pass you by.
Yes.
And now you're in your mid-40s and you still don't know what you want to do, because you just literally was just hoping that something would happen, or you just didn't know. And I get it. If you don't know, it's fine not to know. Let's work let's again control your controllables, work what you have, and make something out of what you got.
Yeah.
I feel like.
But I think the biggest thing that I've noticed with you is you really do a lot of intentional work on your self-concepts, Yeah. Because like you said, you can end up in your 40s and not know who you are or whatever. And that's, I think, because you get so consumed with everything else. You get consumed with your work, you get consumed with your relationships or whatever, and you're not taking the time to be self-aware. And so I think you've done a really good job. Like, that's just my opinion. I think you've done a really good job of like being self-aware of who you are in each season. Because even that, knowing when to shift. Some people will hold on to stuff until they can't hold on
to the wheels fall off. Yes.
And you do
I
a good
leave
job.
it. Yeah. And sometimes I have an attachment to stuff, because it will make me sad to go ahead and revamp or do something different. But I want to see what else life got to offer. Like, it's so many other things out here I want to see, and just trying it out, because you don't know what you like or don't like if you never try it. Like, you know, some people are like, oh, I never want to do makeup. Have you ever tried to do makeup?
Right, you don't know.
You don't know until you try it.
That's like when somebody say they don't like certain food and then they never tasted it.
Now, granted, that'd be me sometimes.
Anyway, moving on. So
it just don't smell like I would like it, or it don't look like. I'm a texture person too, so if it looks like I probably won't like this, it's okay.
Anyway,
you eat oysters?
Yes.
Okay, me too. I was just wondering.
No, you don't.
I do. Char grilled. I tried the raw ones. I almost threw up. I said, y'all try.
You know what?
I'm here.
Anyway.
Okay.
I'm not gonna play with you. No, but no, the other thing I wanted to ask you though, because I feel like a lot of people listening, they're probably either expecting us to talk about entrepreneurship heavy or talk about content heavy, but I more so wanted to stick with us talking about it from a different standpoint of, like, you know, evolving into who you're supposed to be, right? And so when it comes to content, I feel like a lot of people's biggest hang up is feeling comfortable enough to do it, or feeling confident enough to even like step out and do it, because you've been doing this for years. Right. And you were in high school when you started your, and even me, I've been doing, girl, I've had to delete some things, but same because it's a little embarrassing. But yes, I've been doing content since I was a teenager, in some capacity. And so when you're doing it for that long, I think a lot of people see it and they're like, oh, she would never experience, you know, feeling embarrassed, or, you know, not feeling confident, or feeling scared to show up on camera or whatever. So like, but there was a time, even now, I still get nervous sometimes. So like, what would your advice be to someone that's feeling uncomfortable showing up on camera or speaking on camera or being, you know, just getting into that flow of making content?
I feel like what I'm gonna say would be harsh, so let me think of something else. It's like, because it's like,
let's say it. Okay. Just say it.
You just got to do it, or just don't do it. It's either or. You do it or you don't, because it won't get done. Because people
sitting here waiting to do it is
you
not.
Just won't ever start.
You won't ever start.
It's a lot of things in life are, you know, you got to hear the harsh truth, because at the end of the day, all you can ask anybody, get all the tips and stuff, the breathing techniques, the this and the third. I'm just saying, you can get all the stuff that you need to know about being able to film. You just have to do it. You're still gonna feel like, you know, nervous, or you feel like people watching you, or whatever the case is. So it's like, if you're gonna continue to wonder, like, well, how do I do that? You just gotta do it, because at the end of the day, filming is filming some content. You know what filming content is. That means pull out that camera, press record, and start talking. That's all that it is, and that's what you look at it as. Don't look at it as, oh my God, somebody's gonna be watching me, or, you know, oh, they're gonna be talking about me. They're gonna talk regardless.
That's the thing.
They're going to talk regardless.
And I think, too, you have to start recognizing, because that was something I even had to, like, start getting onto myself about. Whenever I start feeling myself getting too judgmental of other people, I know something's wrong in here, right? And so if I start scrolling on my timeline and everything I see, I have an opinion about it, that's a problem. That is a red flag for me.
It's something going on inside.
Exactly. Yeah. But if that, typically, it's like, if you're even concerned with what people are saying about you, it's because you probably do the same. You're doing it to somebody. You're doing it to someone, so you're gonna think that, oh, they're picking on me. And it's like, sweetie,
they probably are though. They probably are picking.
They
on
might, but also, it's okay. Most of these people don't even care that much.
They don't,
because they worried about themselves.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you need to just put the content out there.
So just do it.
I guess advice would literally just to be, turn the camera on, press record, and try. And if you keep stumbling or stuttering, just do it again.
And I think it has to become a thing, like a habit. It can't just be you film one thing and then, boom. And then it's like, okay, I'm gonna wait a week to do something. No,
you gotta do it.
You need to start doing it every day, even if it's just a quick little 15-second something. Get on there and start doing it, because you have to get comfortable on camera.
That's
you have
what
to
it
get
is.
Comfortable, because after a while, even if I feel nervous about something I'm filming, it's like, I'm so in the habit of doing it, it's not that deep. Yeah.
And I get it though, because like, even if I'm out in public, you know, you feel like people staring at you, they probably are, because they're probably wondering what you're doing, like, why are you filming yourself? And we live in a world where content creation is a thing now, so we are aware that people are filming themselves, you know, so it's not that big. But if you don't feel comfortable filming outside, don't try to do content so a lot of times people are trying to do content that they see other people doing, so they want to try it too. If you are not comfortable with filming outside, film in the house, because then you're going to try to use that excuse like, well, I don't feel comfortable. Well, film in the house. make some other content that you feel comfortable doing, because at the same time, the content not gonna film itself.
It sure ain't.
And you're gonna be just a consumer instead of being a producer to literally give. We want to see what you have to offer too. We want to see your content. Just make it, and you learn as you go. Some stuff I made 2 weeks ago, a month ago, probably I don't like it no more. It's just not.
No, and that's okay. And I'm not gonna take it down.
Yeah,
it's just it's what it is, because I'm learning. I'm getting better. Just like with this show. When I say there's so many cringy episodes and stuff, it's like. Girl.
We're building, and it shows people though. It shows your work ethic, and Oh yeah. Also too, you would set the tone to people if they see you keep deleting your stuff. They'd be like, "Oh, well, what's wrong? Why should you keep deleting everything?" Versus just keep it up. We're learning, and it's a progress. And I want people to see the journey. Like they got to see my business series. It's still up there. Mm-hmm. I was like 19 at that time. I was 18, 19 years old at that time. I was younger. I had different thoughts. Right. And they got to see me grow to now. So people want to see that in between. So start filming. Roll the cameras. Yeah, put that SD card in, let's roll.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, I think people just have this fear of being perceived, and it's like at the end of the day, you have to get comfortable with people seeing you develop, and that's it. Mm-hmm. Like you just have to let it go.
And people are gonna think of you however. You can't change someone's perception of you.
Can't.
They're going to
no
think
matter
that
how
regardless.
Hard you try.
Yeah,
people
probably just hate
what
you.
they think.
And this, what do you can't. It's one little person. Even if it's a group of people.
Yeah.
Let's focus on the people that you do have that's supporting you. Not to keep saying like when they come on the camera, giving attention to the negativity versus let's focus, because your other audience that supports you, they feel left out because you're not giving them any attention by saying well, thanks guys, I really appreciated the feedback that I got. Let's not talk about the negative feedback because we probably already saw it.
Yeah.
Let's focus on the good feedback and let's build off of that, or learn how to take constructive criticism. And that's something I feel like a lot of people, for me, no one really knew how to give me constructive criticism. It was criticism. I'm like, and then when I would say something back, it's a problem. No, I need constructive. Let me know how you want me to change it.
Yes.
Like if you go to the steakhouse or whatever, you don't like the steak, they come and ask like, what was wrong with it? So you don't say it was nasty, or you can say like, well, maybe it needed this, or I just feel like it wasn't. Give them some feedback so they know for next time.
Exactly.
Don't make that steak like that. That was nasty. I don't want it. That was terrible. We need some more seasoning up on there. I'm just saying. That's constructive.
That's crazy. Is it the terrible part? Was a little, but I feel you.
So they know not to do it again. Because if you just say, no, it was nasty. Just say what it was. Okay. I'm just saying.
It was nasty.
It was just really bad. People are too nice sometimes, I feel like.
No, they are.
Just in life. You got to kind of.
But I think also, too, getting comfortable with hearing the feedback is so important. That's helped me tremendously because I love
feedback.
At the end of the day, these people don't know me, so they're seeing me from an unbiased perspective for the most part.
Yeah.
And so there might be some truth up in there. It may not all be accurate, but there might be some truth. I totally agree. I think that's so important, honestly.
Yeah.
But no, so there's a question I have to ask everyone that comes on the show.
I might have an answer.
I hope you have an answer.
Me too.
But no, I think your whole journey has shown that you are just always on this journey of like being authentic in the moment, right? Mm-hmm. But this is the Wealthy Woman Show. Mm-hmm. So I want to know, what does it mean to you to be a wealthy woman specifically?
Feeling free, I think, to me. Like, because I'll have some periods where, and like I said, with the finances thing, like some people feel like the world is ending or whatever the case is. If my finances are low and I'm still smiling or I feel good, that is like the best feeling of my life, because I feel like I'm doing something right. Yeah. Like I'll literally go for a walk, do something that's for free. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of things you can do for free to make yourself feel good. So for me, like being like a wealthy woman is just feeling good, feeling free. Like you're feeling light. You don't feel heavy with the that's why I said that diet. When you eat the sluggish foods and things like that, you just feel like I just, when I go eat some ice cream on the couch, I just feel like, wow, why'd I do that? Versus I could have just, had a yogurt or something.
Yes.
You just feel light. So I do feel like, to me, being a wealthy woman is just to feel free.
I love that.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Yeah. I totally agree.
Like just floating. That's what I feel like. It's
floating.
Yeah. Like after my session yesterday, I felt so good. I felt like I was floating. That's what I'm saying. You feel good.
No, yeah, I totally agree. There are certain moments where I'm like doing a certain activity or around certain people, and you just feel elevated all of a sudden. Like
high off life. That's what they say it is. That's what you. It's when you feel that feeling. It's such a nice.
It's like your vibration raises.
Yeah. I love that feeling. So I like to try to, if it's possible, I like to feel like that every day.
Yeah.
I would love for that to be. I mean, you have your times where you don't feel like anything, but that feeling is a really nice feeling to feel.
No, yeah, I totally agree. Yeah. Well, thank you, girl, for being here. How can people stay up to date with you. If they've never seen you before, how can they find you and follow you?
So they can find me on TikTok. My TikTok is It's Kai Lashaii. And then my Instagram, my YouTube is Kai Lashaii. And then I have my business page. It's Fair Content Studio. So if anybody needs some content. Yeah.
No, she's a content girl, okay?
Yes, I love content.
your edits and stuff, top tier.
It's right. Thank you.
Yeah.
I need to get me a new lens because right now I have the camera I have. The lens is really good and I don't have to edit my pictures, but I just know if I get another lens.
Same. I need to get another lens. Everybody keeps telling me that. I'm gonna get another lens.
Which one did you got the R? Yeah. You should get the. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's like 2000.
No.
What you do? That's the one I want.
Anyway,
yeah, it's okay. I'll show you later.
Okay. Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me and my children. Thank you for welcoming us here. Yes. Had a good time. I love this for you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Don't cry. I do that to people. No, you're fine. I had a great time.
Hug at the end.
I don't want to hug you. Just kidding.
Well, that's the end of the show.
Thank you for having me.